welcome to this brief coverage of the differences between HMO, PPO, and point of service to hopefully help you make a better informed decision on the plans that are available to you through your company. The plan summary that you'll be seeing in front of you today may be a little bit different than the one that I'm presenting currently, mainly because you'll be seeing many more plans listed on my screen in comparison to what will be listed on yours. This is, of course, because this is a general plan summary that I will be covering today just to show all of the plans that are offered so that we're not leaving any out. But please make sure that you make your informed decision based upon the plans that are offered through your company and what is available for you on your plan summary. Today, I will be covering the basics between the differences between HMO, PPO, and point of service. Of course, if you have more detailed questions in regards to these plans that are offered to you, or just the basic functionality of a coverage plan that you're interested in, you can, of course, call our main office at 702-598-0000. That will also be listed in your packet as well for you to be able to utilize. So to cover briefly the differences between HMO and PPO, HMO plans over here on the left-hand side of the plans offered are going to be HMO Bronze, Silver, and Gold. Again, you may only see a couple or all three of these available to you, just depending on what's available to your company. The main difference with HMO is that these are through a company called Health Plan of Nevada. These plans are going to be based upon a referral-based system. So that basically means that you'll be having a primary care provider assigned to you in most cases when you do become a member of one of these plans. That can always be changed, of course, if you do have a preference of a provider that accepts that coverage. A primary care provider will be the one that refers you to any specialist, and you will need that referral to see any specialists. Specialists in the HMO network would be considered as somebody who specializes in a specific field. So that would be a chiropractor, foot doctor, dermatologist, someone along those lines that would be specializing in a specific field. The main difference there is going to be that PPO, you do not need to have a referral to go see that specialist in most cases. You would be able to make that appointment with them directly as long as they accept your coverage. That's something that most employees would be able to differentiate between and have experience with either one of the plans. So maybe reference back to a plan that you were previously enrolled in, decide what works well for you in each of those situations, and make that decision based upon your personal experience if you'd like. Now, I'd like to cover really briefly the two plans that are listed here in the center. We have Point of Service 750 or POS, and then Point of Service 500. These two plans here are going to be combination plans, as we like to call them. Most of the time, we don't see this Point of Service 750 plan listed here. So the Point of Service 500 is going to be probably the one that would be listed on your form if you are offered that coverage. The main difference with this plan is that it has both HMO and PPO listed under the umbrella of that plan. The reason for that is that it covers both. You have the access to the HMO network and the PPO network. So for those of us that have certain aspects that we like about HMO, maybe you have a primary care provider you've been going to for years, you prefer them, but they are under the HMO umbrella, that's completely fine. You can keep them as long as they accept your coverage through Health Plan of Nevada and utilize them on that HMO side. And then the PPO side would be mainly for if you wanted to go see maybe a specialist or if you needed to utilize it for any other functionality listed over here on the cost shares and copays section. This plan is really customizable and the most flexible plan that we offer for sure. Now, one thing that I'd like to highlight just really quickly is the calendar year deductible and the out-of-pocket max section under the medical plans option. So with the HMO Bronze plan, with that calendar year deductible being $3,000, that is the baseline that you would have to reach before your insurance starts paying any percentage of the cost of your coverage. So in the example here, that would be that $3,000, and then you would go up to the out-of-pocket max, which would be the absolute maximum that you would pay per calendar year for your coverage. And that's when your insurance would start paying 80% of the bill while you pay 20% up until this amount here. And then after that, you would be 100% covered by your insurance. So that is something that typically is looked at by employees that allow them to make a better informed decision, because the HMO Bronze plan is the most basic coverage that we offer, but it may not be the most cost effective for those of us that do go to the doctor quite frequently, or maybe have something more extensive that you may be concerned about, or you're just a just in case type of individual. That plan may not work the best for you. Maybe going up in coverage would be something that would be more beneficial for you in the long run, just looking at the differences between deductible and out-of-pocket max. I just wanted to highlight that in order to help you maybe make a better informed decision of the overall function of the plan. Now, something to note as well, we have per EE listed and then per family. EE in our system is the same as employee, so please keep that in mind. And then per fam is going to be, of course, per family. So these are going to be based upon whatever level of coverage you select when you go to enroll. The rates for that will, of course, vary depending on how many individuals you're adding onto your coverage and all of that, and that will be listed individually under each of the plan columns. Now, just to go over very quickly as well, the CYD listed on your form is going to be a acronym for calendar year deductible. So as if you were doing a math equation or anything like that, anytime you see CYD under each column that you're looking at, maybe you wanted to compare coverages for your plans, you'd want to input the CYD listed, calendar deductible listed for that plan itself. So on the HMO Silver plan, 1,000 would be input in there, and then you would add it to the $750 there. So that emergency room visit would be that total amount. Same thing with inpatient or hospital stay. Or if you were looking at the point of service 500 plan, CYD would mean 500 since it's on the PPO side of that slash, plus 20% of the bill. So you're looking at that difference there. Now to just go over really quickly, dental and vision are going to be completely separate from the HMO, which HMO again is Health Plan of Nevada. PPO is Sierra Health and Life, so those are going to be completely separate from the dental and vision plans down here. Dental and vision are going to be through a company called MetLife. They are completely paperless, and you will not be receiving any cards for them or any paperwork in the mail. They are more of an eco-friendly company, and they bill through social and date of birth, which makes them very easy to utilize. I won't be covering these in too much detail, but just so that you do know, the percentages listed under each of the plans are going to be, for dental specifically, are going to be in regards to the coverage that is provided by the actual carrier, so through MetLife. So type A would be 100% covered under essential, which is cleaning or preventative care. Type B would be a little bit more intensive, as a filling or something similar to that would be 50% covered under that essential plan. And then type C would be, again, a higher level, and that would be 50% covered there as well. Then vision would be something that would have the copays listed there, $150 for frames or contacts. And then this 12, 12, 12 here sometimes causes a little bit of confusion. It's based on a 12-month frequency. So if you go to the optometrist in March and you wanted to go again later on that year, you would have to wait until the following March, at least until that date that you visited in the previous year, to be able to go see the optometrist once again to receive these rates for the copays. And that basically covers the plan summary itself. To move on to the packet, just really briefly, I wanted to cover what you may be seeing in the small packet that you'd be receiving from us. This form here just covers exactly what I went through in just more of a concise, detailed way with bullet points, being able to allow you to see exactly what you would be looking at on that form. This would be great to be able to utilize maybe if you're looking this over with a family member. Making an informed decision is a little bit easier when you have bullet points to look at. But of course, if you have any questions about the benefits that are provided to you, you can absolutely call us or send us an email. That's something that would be available to you during our business hours, of course. You can email us at any time, leave a message at any time, but we will be getting back to you within our business hours. The next page I'd like to cover would be the Now Clinic. This is a 24/7 care service line that is actually something that you can do through a mobile app or just online via webcam, chat, or phone. And it's something that's really great. It's typically less than 10 minutes of wait to be able to see a provider, and you can actually speak to them if you're having symptoms that may align with a cough or a cold, a fever, things like that, and you'd be able to seek some service there rather than having to go into an urgent care. We recommend that anyone that enrolls in the medical plan that is available to them through their company, any of the policies available, utilize this coverage if you'd like, because this is something that would, of course, be providing with updated details and all of that. So this is something that would be great to utilize. The next page and the final page in your packet is going to be regarding TLC, as we fondly refer to it as, or the Life Connection Employee Assistance Program. It's basically just a form to give you information about 3 face-to-face counseling sessions per issue, meaning each of these issues here per year, to our employees that are enrolled in the medical plan. This also has 24-hour crisis support listed down at the bottom page here, and it just has more details about maybe if you needed to speak to someone about anxiety or grief. All sorts of things are covered under this, and we definitely recommend all of our employees be able to utilize it if you'd like, and it is something that would be wonderful if you do need that. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope that this training was found useful and also something that was able to guide you in the correct direction in making a informed decision for yourself. If you do have any more questions in regards to the plans offered through your worksite employer, please feel free to reach out to us. We'd be happy to assist you with any of those questions or inquiries. Thank you so much again for your time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.